So as with every session, as we've said a few times, we start from the start, check on everything that we've worked on. So being that we're working up to our first ride, one of the first things I want to check on is lateral flexion. And I've been asked a few questions about this before, about the hows and whys. The reason why is it's the first stage of teaching them to give to a rein. So you've got your head control as far as reins go. So we use a soft feel whenever we're doing this sort of stuff. So what I'll do, soft feel, if we don't pick up the rope and pull on it, and so he's getting really good with that now, he's anticipating it. We take the slack out of the lead, and that's all. And that's more than enough for him to feel and respond, as you can see. If he didn't want to respond to that, I'll hold that there for a second, I'll get more of a try. He was just a little bit there. If he didn't want to respond to that straight away, I'd just stand there with that pressure, that same pressure, no extra pressure, and just wait for him to give a little bit. As time goes on with him leaning on it, or if he really leant against it harder and really wanted to sort of argue with it, I'd still hold there. I wouldn't put any extra pressure. I'd just hold there and I'd wait for a lesser change. So maybe an ear to flick to me, an eye to come to me, something like that. And then you build on that. Then you get you wait for the slightest try where the lead goes light in your hand, and then you build on that until you get them to where you can just pick that up nice and gentle, and there he goes. Especially with your first, coming up to your first rides, with your first mounting, this is really important, because if you can't get light control of their head so that you can have their nose tipped to you when you're trying to mount for the first time, chances are, especially if you don't have someone else holding them for you at the time, they can jump forward, scoot off, kick out if they get a fright, anything like that. There's all sorts of accidents waiting to happen there. So this is the first part of making sure that doesn't happen. And as always, we do everything on both sides. And he's actually better on his near side there, which is our mounting side, which is good. There we go. Good man. Good man. Yeah, I didn't even take the slack out of it then. I literally just picked it up. So he's getting really good with that. I like that a lot. So the next thing we want to check on is our hindquarter yields. And hindquarter yields are the second part of your emergency brake for your first rides. If you don't have independent control of the nose and the hind feet, then you're just waiting for trouble, waiting for an accident to happen. Because if he does get in trouble, he does get upset, does get a fright. If you don't have that control, then you can't shut it down, basically. So we take our soft feel, we take the nose, we turn and step to the hind, put energy toward the hind, and he's just not quite stepping the way I want. He's trying to go behind or go hinds together. So I want that inside hind to step across underneath there. He stepped across underneath his belly in front of the outside hind. That's what we want. So I just held that cue there. I kept making that same cue until he set himself up and he stepped the way I wanted. Good man. He's just found a little bit of a frozen spot there. So I'll just stay there with that cue held on. It's not really pressure, as I say, it's just taking the slack out of the lead. There we go. Just ask for a little bit more. There we go. Good man. And we pick it up, take it all in the one hand, turn, step to the hind, And there we get it straight away. That nice step across underneath. That's really good. Well done, buddy. Well done. I'm just going to wait here for him to relax himself a bit. He's just showing me some signs that he's just a little bit anxious. There's a lot of twitching going on around his muzzle here, and his ears are mostly sort of back behind him, which is telling me that he's checking away from me as much as he's with me. He's focused there. There, that's good. I like that. Where I spoke there, he's come straight back to me with his attention. That's good. That's good. So when he does start really letting down, relaxing himself, licking and chewing, I need his attention to be with me when that's happening. So then I'll become the place he relaxes, and that's the way you begin to build your relationship with him. He normally relaxes himself quite well, quite quickly. Tonight he seems to be holding on to it a bit. This is the first time we've worked in the dark under lights, so it's a bit of a different environment for him. But everything's sort of outside of where the lights are shining, everything's dark, he can't see anything. I think it's got him a little bit worried. That's okay, we'll just work with him, take things slow. There's no need to rush anything.